Yes, sir. Your boy is back in town. It's the RSN podcast. It's the SLYCE. Shout out to the boy Canary. You're gonna be back in the lab again together real soon. Had to take care of a few things, so we making it do what it do. You dig? All right, man. So if you have not, first of all, subscribe. Please subscribe to the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you enjoy the content, like let people know, man. Let people know. I'm not a big and I gotta get better at this myself. I'm not big at like promoting the podcast, so that's on me. But I prefer a word of mouth type of situation. If you like it, man, tell somebody. If you think somebody should check it out, let them know, man. I'm not a big look at me person. And plus, we all got other things going on too. But we want to grow this show. We want to give you guys more content, and so we can focus our time more on you. Because we got a lot to give. We got a lot to do for y'all. So, without any further ado, let's get into what's going on, man. So first, I want to give a rest in peace to a female rapper out of Oakland. I just heard about this today. She was and I don't want to mess up the name, so I'm not gonna butcher the name. So, but as a female rapper in Oakland, she was having a meet and greet, I believe, and someone ran up in her meet and greet at her hair salon, I think it was, hair and nail salon, something like that, and shot her down, man. That's very unfortunate. Definitely, excuse me, hate to hear things like that. But that's what happened. That's the harsh reality of things that's going on in this world today. That we can't have a conversation or even fight it out in hands. People faster to kill someone. So, hey, rest in peace to her. Thoughts to her family, prayers to her family, and those who were affected by her loss, man. Speaking of fighting, man, Shakur Stevenson, he had a fight, I think it was a week ago or so, and shout out to Cameron and Mase on the show. It is a podcast. It is what it is. They had some things to say about the fight, man. They didn't really enjoy it. They said that it was boring, and they did a little skit where they was like acting like they were sleeping and nodding off to it and all that. And basically, it's been a little feud going on back and forth between Shakur Stevenson and Mason and Cam, and then most recently, Jay Prince got involved, and he had some things to say. It's kind of heating up, man. I mean, I don't think it should go as far as it's going, but there's a lot of back and forth online and things like that. And it's all because they gave their opinion on Cam and Mace gave their opinion on their podcast, basically saying that it was a boring fight. He's not like exciting to watch and things like that. And of course, everybody has their own opinion, But the reason why I think it was ironic for me is because I agree with him, like to a degree. And the reason I say that is somebody hit me up like, "Yo, you watching the Shakur fight tonight, Shakur Stevenson?" And I was like, "No." It wasn't no like disrespectful thing or nothing like that. But it was just like I don't find him entertaining enough for me to watch or spend my time. Like I spend my time doing something different. If it was a tank fight, absolutely I'm watching it because he's exciting to watch. And I just prefer his style. But it's nothing wrong with people having opinions and things like that. So, point is, they've been going back and forth. Words were exchanged, talking about, fighting and what do you say, get the strap and all these different things. Guys, we got to be able to have opinions, man. Whether, I think it was either Cam or Mason, both of them made a good point today. They were like, yo, if I make some music and you don't like it, I'm not going to hate you because you don't like my song. Like, yes, your opinion. That's what that's how you feel. And I agree with that. It shouldn't get this far over someone not liking a style of boxing. It's not that serious. We got way more important stuff to worry about, or not even worry, because worry ain't going to get you nothing. But, like, to think about more important things should be on our minds than somebody's mad because they're bored with their boxing style. It sounds kind of elementary, but this is the world we live in, guys. So that's what's going on right there. Shout out to there's some good news. Shout out to Colorado Skull Buffs, baby. They got a new commit. His name is Quanell Farrakhan Jr. And he's a wide receiver. He's a star wide receiver, from what I understand. He's gonna make a tremendous impact to the Colorado Buffs, man. I saw some of his highlights, and he looked like he can ball, man. Pause. So I hope he sticks to it and stick with it. 'Cause, some commits they be like, oh yeah, I'm going there, and then oh, I don't know, I might go to that school and all that. So I mean, he seemed like he's a pretty solid dude. So hopefully he stick to it and join the Colorado Buffs, man, because we need the program to keep growing, man. It's not all about this year; it's about next year and the future. So I'm looking forward to that. Let me see, Bronny James. Everybody got a lot to say about Bron James Jr. And it's like, yeah, of course, it comes with the territory, it comes with the name and all that. But it's like, yo, let that man live, man. Like, I feel like this. Say what you want after the season start, and they get, halfway through the season, and if he's not like doing anything, say what you want. But right now, just let him ride. Let him not. Like, he gotta get acclimated. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of opinions out there, and I feel like I can't really truly judge the young man until I really see him play in the system and in the body of not the body, but the in the system and with the big boys. Pause with the official Lakers team. Then I can see. But at the same time, I understand where people are coming from. You can't throw somebody on the team because anybody else performing the same way would have way worse scrutiny, or maybe not even worse scrutiny. Wouldn't be so much in the public, but he wouldn't have the opportunity to be on the team. So I get it. I completely understand. But shout out to Bronny James, man. I'm really rooting for him. I hope he does excellent and continue the family legacy. Shout out to Bryce too. He gonna do his thing too. And you know who else? Shout out to Kyan Anthony, man. He a hooper. I like him. I like how he play. He has some similarities to his father, but he do his own thing. So shout out to him. All right. So biggest news of the weekend, of course, you already know. Sir Trump, former President Trump. They tried to take him out, man. Everybody out here making all these memes and putting his head on 50 Cent body pose and playing Mini Man and all that. It's crazy, man. We watch these movies and see all the different things online and this and that, and until it really happened in real life, it don't hit the same. Like once that happened, it hit the same. Like my neighbor told me, I was pulling up, my neighbor said, "Yo, they just tried to kill Trump." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "You lying, bro?" He's like, "Nah, man, for real." He's like, "It's over now. It's over now." I'm like, "Oh man." So I had to go on YouTube it. He's like, "It just happened," and he was right. He was right. So the big question is, everyone's thinking or saying that this is an attempt from the left to try to get Trump out of there because they knew he was going to lose. But then there's people saying that this is staged to guarantee the victory. Then there's people saying that, yo, it's just some random one-off dude who decided to take his shot. And given all three, or, thinking all three through, it's tough to come to a conclusion without all the proper information and things like that. But let's evaluate this situation. And you decide. Put it in the comments, man. And I'm not a political guy by no means, so don't come at me like, oh, da da da. I'm not a political guy at all. I'm happy that nobody's dead. Well, let me take that back. Rest in peace to the I think it was a gentleman and whoever else got wounded. But I know I saw a video of a gentleman looked like he was deceased in the crowd. So that's terrible. That's absolutely horrible. And man, prayers go out to their families. Now, for those who say that this was coming from the left. Pause. Um, there's nowhere to prove that. I hope it's not. I hope it's not something on the left side trying to you know, hurt Trump. Because that would be terrible. They claimed the guy who shot him was a Republican, but we would never know because truly know because he's dead. Um, and then you got the people who say that this was a fake staged shooting. Who conspiracy theorists right away say this is fake. Um, and there's thoughts there too, because you can't trust everything you see. We've seen a lot of things that we don't know what really is the truth, right? So I understand why some people would think that, but people actually died. So, you got that too. And then you have that Lone Ranger guy. Now, that's the one that I just can't seem to. This is my thing, man. I think Candace Owens or somebody said this too. A few different people said the same thing. I just can't fathom the thought that anybody could get on a roof with that much security around. That anybody could get on a roof with a rifle or whatever he used. Yeah, some type of rifle he used. And take that shot. I'm not buying that. So there's something more to that. I'm not the one to say what it is because I don't know. But I'm just not buying that, man. I'm not. I'm not. You know. So, maybe we'll find out the truth shortly. Maybe we'll never know. But it's definitely a part of American history that we'll never forget for those who are alive. So, hey, at the end of the day, it's always peace and love over here. We got to stay positive in this world right now. There's so much hate. There's so much negativity. There's so much people tearing people down. This is the United States. Doesn't feel too united. And hopefully one day we can change that, man. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not in between. I'm Slyce. Slyce. Peace.